So the new Snow White trailer dropped yesterday, and at the time, the trailer had only been out for about 3 hours, and the dislike to like ratio or like to dislike ratio was a meager 2-1 in favor of the dislikes. And in fact, I'll put a card up here in the corner where you can check out that video from yesterday. But now, fast forward 24 hours, and yeah, this is a train wreck, folks. Disney, you can pin this train wreck on one person. That one person being Rachel Zegler. Because this woman, this girl has taken an iconic franchise. In fact, the story that started it all for Disney, and has totally annihilated it, destroyed it. So let's take a look at this, folks. This is one day, okay? One day. Look at this ratio, like to dislike. I'm going to blow this up for you so you can see it a little bit better. 222,000 dislikes to 17,000 likes. We're talking a nearly 200 to 1 ratio. Actually, it's about 1.5 times. I'm being a little hyperbolic here. Over at thatparkplace.com, they put this out. Snow White trailer dislike ratio explodes in first 24 hours on YouTube. Rachel Zegler's live-action Disney Snow White reboot trailer has finally been released on YouTube, and Disney fans are flocking to the video to voice their displeasure. The video has garnered more than 195,000 dislikes in less than a day. Well, I just showed you. It's up to 222,000 dislikes. And that's with nearly 4.4 million views. To be more specific, almost 3.8, 3.9 million views. The like to dislike ratio for a video can tell you a lot about how audiences feel. If you have more likes than dislikes, then you have a generally favorable reputation with the audience. But when the dislikes outnumber the likes by a wide margin, it might be time to panic. It's safe to say that Disney might panic after the Snow White's initial YouTube launch. The video currently sits at 16,000 likes and a whopping 195,000 dislikes. Well, it's 17,222 now. Disney held the Snow White trailer back for several weeks, releasing it in theaters alongside box office hits like Wicked and Moana 2. However, the company purposely avoided posting the trailer publicly online until yesterday. See, I knew they were hiding it for some reason. And the reason why they were hiding it? Well, this is why. People do not like this movie. They do not like the CGI effects. They do not like the changes to the story. Heck, they don't like Rachel Zegler. Period. Many believe this was because Disney feared the exact reason viewers are having to the trailer right now. Yeah. And I'm not the only one that pointed this out. There are others that have pointed this out. When the trailer was showing up on social media, for those that saw Wicked, its opening weekend, and recorded the trailer and posted it over on X. And the reactions weren't good then. YouTube typically hides dislikes on its videos to the general public. Yeah, they started that practice because of what happened. When was it? Was it when Joe Biden took office? I believe that's when it was. You can correct me in the comment section down below. However, there's still accessible certain browser extension that uncovers the ratio and even highlights the discrepancy with green and red lines, which is what I have here. I've got that. In fact, yeah. Yeah. I sure. This is the first time Snow White has achieved such a ratio. The last teaser trailer for the big budget Rachel Zegler live action remake currently sits at 99,000 likes to more than 1.4 million dislikes. So what's there not to like? Well, you have the rewriting of the story, the different interpretation of the original Disney animated classic, portraying Snow White as a strong, independent woman in the new movie. In fact, the trailer alludes to her leading an uprising against the Queen, which I don't remember that in Snow White. Then you've got the dwarves, the CGI dwarves, instead of casting actual little people. All because Disney bent the knee to Peter Dinklage, who said that casting little people in the roles would be offensive. Actually, Peter Dinklage was trying to protect his own rear end and cornering the market on little person roles. At least that's my opinion. They went on to cast 7 diverse actors. If you remember the story that broke a couple years ago, or was it last year? It's hard to tell. Everything kind of runs together right now. Which of the 7, there was only one little person. And when they released those set photos, they were mocked relentlessly. Remember, they weren't going to be the 7 dwarves. They were going to be the 7 bandits. At least that was the rumor at the time. And then, of course, you've got as I mentioned before, Rachel Zegler, who just can't seem to keep her mouth shut. The article here that Park Place says Zegler, an outspoken activist. Outspoken? Outspoken is tame. She just can't shut her mouth. And all she's done is piss off the fan base. Remember, people, kids, children, adults, everyone. You can't piss off half your audience. I've said it before and I said it again. I'll say it again. And this isn't a direct quote of Michael Jordan, but remember, Republicans wear sneakers too. You're better off if you're famous to not let people know where you stand politically. Stay out of politics. Don't put it out there in the public. If you want to share that with your friends in private, sure, go ahead. Share it with your friends in private. But when you are a public individual, kind of don't let it out. I know this is different than, say, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, when you didn't know the politics of people in Hollywood. You didn't know the politics of sports figures. And it's because of social media that we know these people now. We know who they are. We know who they stand for. We know who they stand behind politically. This last election showed that. So there you go. Snow White to be released in March of 2025. It's not looking good. I don't see how Disney can make any money at all on this movie. In fact, they're gonna lose. I know to them it's a drop in the bucket, but they're gonna lose hundreds of millions of dollars on this film. So, what do you guys think? You gonna go see Snow White next spring? Those of you that have kids, you gonna take your kids to this? Comment in the comment section down below. While you're at it, please take the time, if you would, smash that like button, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Share this video out there with your friends and family. And with that, I will see you guys